I've been awake in a while. But today, actually, I found this out last night before I was going to bed. Basically, my mom hopped on a flight and then she's gonna be here in a few hours, so I have to go pick her up. I need to clean the house again because I shed so much hair. I made a giant vat of drip coffee the other day because I just want iced coffee in the morning. I'm tired of drinking hot coffee. Get ready with me. This is basically what I do every day here, like bare minimum. Starting off with Benefit's Professional Light Primer, all over to smooth out my skin a little bit. The girls here has like the most flawless skin. My hair pretty much looks almost black again at this point. Story of my life, you know, I just want one nice thing. This is Pacifica's Dreamlit Glow Concealer. I use this in areas where I have a bit more redness and blemishes. So I don't have my nose area. I got little pimples showing on right here. I try to put this all over my nose too, because I find this works a lot better than regular foundation. And essentially anywhere where I have like a bit of redness, I kind of just go in with this concealer. And I don't mind if I have like pimples coming through, but if I could just neutralize a bit of the color, that is the goal. My skin's looking a lot better today than usually. And then I'm using Missha's Low Ampoule Concealer. This I think is getting discontinued because I can no longer find it online, which kind of sucks because I've been using, like, this is my 4th tube. And I do this all over my under eye here, and whatever's left on the brush I kind of just like drag up. And then Urban Decay's All Nighter Setting Spray. I use the heck out of it here because it's so humid. But I spray all this on before I blend it out. This is a Raw Man Water Bear Cushion. So I don't use this for all over my face, and I use it with the beauty, like a sponge too. I basically go in and then blend the concealer out with a tiny bit of the cushion foundation, so I get a little bit more coverage everywhere else to even it out. So you can still see my pimples and stuff, but it neutralizes a bit more without feeling too heavy, especially when it's so hot and humid out. This is Estate Beauty, their Liquid Sorbet Blush, shade Passion. I got sent these in PR, and it's like the only liquid blush I have here, so far they've been working really well. This one is really, like, this formula is really pigmented, so I was pretty surprised at first. I feel like they're on par with the Rare Beauty blushes, if not just a bit more matte, but they blend out really nicely. And then before I set, I'm gonna go in with some more setting spray. I layered so much setting spray just so I don't, like, I look greasy either way. And then using the Rare Beauty setting powder, I usually have it just open and then I'll just like put it in the lid. And then try to set my under eye first, because that's where I usually need it the most. But I try not to go too heavy with the powder because the humidity here makes my skin moist regardless. So if I do too much powder, it's just gonna clog my pores. I just want enough so it doesn't like move too much of my foundation. You'll still see shine regardless. No point in hiding that. This is the Kaja Play Bento. I'm using Dolce Cappuccino and then just taking a tiny bit of blush. Usually when I set my face with liquid blush, it kind of takes away a bit of the blush. And I love blush. So I'm just gonna do a bit more of that, because this will fade over time throughout the day. And then if I use a bit too much, I just take my powder brush and try to dab that out as well. And then their highlighter shade, oh my gosh, it's so pretty. Just do a little bit on my cheekbone, because this area, my T-zone, gets really oily. So there's honestly no point in my opinion. And then because my face is so round, I use a bit of NARS Laguna 00, I think. Yeah, NARS Laguna 00, just to add a bit more definition. Guys, I got this in PR and it just really made my like month, year. I'm still over the moon about this. I feel like bronzing and contouring isn't a big thing in Asia. Maybe like a bit more contouring in South Korea, but then the girls here don't use bronzer or contouring. I feel like it's because their face is already so slim. But your girl needs all the help she can get. I do the slightest bit around my cheekbone and I try to really blend it more towards my hairline, because this part of my face already has a bit more since my cheeks are so bulbous, but it just helps me blend everything in together. And then I want to get this removed, y'all. I might do it in Korea. Anyways, I just do a bit on my jawline. That's pretty much it for complexion. Once I have all my setting powder and like color, again, setting spray, my arm. This is me getting old. For the brows, I keep it super duper simple. 24-hour brow setter from Benefit. It's honestly all I really need and use. This actually holds really well with the humidity here too, but I just kind of brush my brows up as much as I can and just comb it all out so they're neat. It's like the slightest difference, but that's it for brows. At home, I don't usually wear eyeshadow. Here, I try to do like a little bit, just because they all wear eyeshadow here. This is the NARS Laguna eyeshadow quad. Honestly, the color's all you really need and they're gorgeous. So I take like this bronzy metallic shade with the really soft fluffy brush, and all I do is literally, I don't even bother using eye primer because my eyelids are already really greasy, so throughout the day I just need to tap it to blend it back in. And then a little bit under. And I'm using a flat shader brush. I use the deepest brown, and this one I actually do for under my eye bag to kind of make that little, what is that Korean word for it? To make that little eye bag pouch. I already have the eye bag pouch, I'm just defining it a little bit more. And then the highlight shade right on my inner corner. My inner corner kind of blended into to kind of give it a bit more definition, but honestly it's like not anything crazy. This look essentially just uses a ton of glitter. I use this like gel glitter eyeliner from AliExpress. Honestly, it's like my favorite purchase for like $1. And then I add this right underneath my lash line. I broke the case from my Fenty Diamond Bomb, so there's no like glittery outer shell. I take the glitter, it's so fine, and I add this on the top of my eyelid as like glitter dust. If I could rub this all over my body, I would. I skip eyeliner because it just runs whenever I wear eyeliner, so I don't bother. So just using a micellar wipe, I'm gonna clean my lips in case there were any concealer. This is the Velour Lash Trailer. Just gonna give my lashes a quick good squeeze. And then this is a Raw Man Hand All Fix mascara. This is my like holy grail mascara. I use volume black, but sometimes I use the long black one depending on how I want the look to be. This gives me a slightly smokier effect. Just wait for the before and after. I try to roll the brush. So when I apply this, I try to like roll the brush too to avoid clumping, and then I wiggle it around. And I find that one coat usually works well enough for me. So without mascara, with one coat of mascara. So this was the mascara I used, and then this is their long black version. The tube is slightly lighter. I use this more so on my bottom lashes, and then if I don't want like a heavy lash look, this is what I use on my top lash too. And then I add a bit of definition on my lower lash line. I try not to wear eyeliner because I find that as I get older, it doesn't suit my eye shape anymore. And it tends to smudge, so I'm kind of over it. And then for lips, I've been using this YSL Rouge Voluptueux Candy Glaze, I believe, in the shade 13. It's a pretty nice neutral rosy pink. I don't swipe it all on my lips though. What I typically do is I just take it, I dab the color on. I find that looks a lot more natural and it doesn't feel heavy. I hate the feeling of having something on my lips. So I try to avoid lipstick wherever I can, but here I feel like I just need a tiny bit more than I normally do. And then the very last step, I go in with more setting spray. It's essentially security and insurance because it's just so hot here today. I believe today it's 35 degrees Celsius, so Fahrenheit, it should be like 102. Now I'm all ready, and then I'm about to head out soon to go pick up my mom, so I'm gonna take you guys with me. Mom has high blood pressure, so I do worry about her, and I got her this ice neck ring, so I'm gonna pop it in the freezer for a bit before I head out so it's cold. And then I also have these ice sheets from Biore. They're basically like body refreshers, but they have menthol in it, so then you feel so much cooler and refreshed after wiping away. Made it to the airport. Now I just gotta find my mom and then spend another hour commuting back home. cannot tell you about the glow. You can't escape it. It's just like I was in AC the entire time and it's still so dewy looking. Anyways, my mom's been secured and she's currently taking a shower because she's been on a plane for the last, I don't know, like 12-13 hours. So we're just waiting for her to finish and then we're gonna go look for dinner. I have not eaten yet the whole day. So I'm starting to get a little tired, but I might as well just wait and wait for her to finish. This is gonna be Mom's first meal in Japan. She's dying of the heat. She got mackerel with some patty for rice and egg. And then I got chicken with more chicken and rice. So we originally lined up for a conveyor belt sushi and they took too long, which is why we were at the other restaurant. But then our number got called right after we finished eating, so we're like, you know what, we might as well try to get some pieces. So here we are. My mom got fresh scallops from Hokkaido, and then I got a fatty seared, not tuna, what fish was it again? Fatty herring, also from Hokkaido. They didn't have any uni left, but of course I had to get my ikura. They have fish rolls and salmon. I feel like I did a lot and nothing at all today, but I'm just doing a bit of work right now, and then I have a meeting, and then I'm probably gonna head to bed because I'm pretty exhausted from commuting all day. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Good night.